TF2 is a game that I think will last forever. A game that I literally think will never die. And I know, that sounds crazy, especially with all the issues this game has been facing over the last few years. It sounds crazy that this game is one I still don't think will ever die. But I'll explain my thinking over the next few minutes to you all. But before we do that, if you go on to enjoy this video, click that subscribe button. Thank you. So, why won't TF2 die? To put it simply, this community has some of the most stubborn individuals I have ever met. In the nicest way possible, that is. People who are so stubborn that they pass up on playing other, bigger, potentially better games that exist and are coming out to carry on playing our beautiful mess of a video game. A lot of players who play TF2 now aren't really the newest players to the game. You'll see a lot of people who have spent multiple years, thousands of hours, and potentially thousands and thousands of dollars in this game over however many years they have been playing. That's not to say there's no new players, there is, but a lot of the fan base and the player base of TF2 currently are people that have been playing probably for multiple years now. And I think that is just a true testament to how good this game really is, and how loyal the community is despite TF2's issues. Let's take Banny as an example. Now, Banny is the best player in the game, and I don't think too many people will argue with that. And by the time Overwatch came out, a lot of pros jumped ship and basically had a free head start to becoming huge in the Overwatch scene. Their TF2 skills were almost directly transferable to Overwatch, and you'll see that a lot of the Overwatch pros that are playing right now actually started as TF2 competitive players. I feel as though Banny could have very easily gone that route. He could have followed a bunch of the other TF2 professionals and players and jumped ship to potentially make a lot more money being signed to a bigger team and playing in bigger tournaments. Could have also ended up with a lot more viewers on his stream, especially as Overwatch was just getting big, and if you're already good at the game, people wanted to see you play. And I feel as though Banny could have potentially even made the jump to be one of the best players in Overwatch if he completely switched over from TF2. But Banny didn't do that. He is still playing TF2 and trying to make the scene the best it can possibly be for competitive. And I think that says a lot about this game, that there's potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars that could be made by switching, yet Banny is still here. There's something special about TF2, something it feels like no other game really has. There's a certain character to this game, a certain charm to it that really adds to your experience. But there is something else to this game that really makes it feel special when you play. I don't think there's been another game like TF2 that has had the same effect on me, and I like to believe that a lot of the people who are playing right now and who have played in the past kind of share this same sentiment. TF2, as broken, as abandoned, as old as this game is, it is something special. I have also seemed to notice a trend that has been apparent for a couple of years, and I feel like everyone who quits this game either eventually comes back to it and starts playing again, or they still try and keep up with what's happening in the community. I know a lot of people who still watch my videos actually don't play TF2 anymore, but they like the content creators and they like the streams and they watch that kind of stuff, but they just don't play the game. In fact, I've seen comments from some of you guys who might be watching right now who have literally never played this game, found my channel from recommendeds and just kept watching for some reason. Now, obviously, what I said about coming back to the game might not be true for everyone. I know there's some people who have quit this game never to come back or look at anything to do with it ever again. However, I do think it's far more common for people to eventually miss playing this game, or for them to return for at least a little bit, even if it's just for a week or so. A lot of people come back and play for a bit just to see kind of what's going on. I've also never heard of a single video game like TF2 that has had players playing it consistently for 10 to 15 years or so. I just haven't. Or at least not kind of hitting the player numbers TF2 has been hitting consistently for that long. In fact, most games don't have a lifetime half as long as what TF2 has had. You might disagree with me, but factually it is true. Most games die out within a couple of years, and somehow TF2 is still here. But the main reason I feel like TF2 genuinely will never die is because the community are so loyal to this game that despite the terrible state TF2 is currently in, they're still here, myself included. We're just enjoying the parts of the games we can, and potentially there's a bit of hope that Valve will eventually come back to our game and show it some love and some of the attention that it absolutely deserves. But even if that never happens, I still believe there will be thousands of people playing TF2 and refusing to let this game die. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.